Okay, so let's be real. Everyone knows Warren Buffett is ridiculously wealthy, but if you only focus on the money, you're kind of missing the point. The real story, the how, is this incredible masterclass in thinking clearly, in a way that goes completely against everything Wall Street screams at you every single day. And the best part? He's laid out the whole playbook for us.
And it all starts right here. This single idea, something he picked up from John Maynard Keynes, is basically the key that unlocks his entire way of thinking. It's about valuing good, practical judgment over some super complex formula that looks smart but is, probably wrong. It's about being grounded in reality.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going straight to the source, Buffett's own writing, to pull out and decode 3 of his most powerful rules. And trust me, these aren't just little tips for picking stocks. This is a complete playbook for how to think about business, value, and honestly, how to stay sane in a pretty chaotic world.
All right, rule number 1, and this one is huge. It's the foundation for everything else. Be an owner. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a command to completely change your mindset. You have to stop being a speculator who's just betting on a ticker symbol and start thinking like you actually own a piece of the business, because you do. And for Buffett, this is everything. He doesn't just see shareholders as names on a spreadsheet. He calls them his owner partners. Every single decision is made with them in mind. I love this phrase he uses, "We eat our own cooking." It means his own money is right there alongside everyone else's. The goal isn't to make the stock price jump tomorrow. It's to increase the real, underlying value of the business over years and years.
And if you think that's just some nice-sounding talk, check out the results. This isn't just a theory. For decades, sticking to this partnership mindset delivered an absolutely staggering 23.8% compounded annual growth for Berkshire Hathaway. That's the power of thinking like an owner, right there in black and white.
So it really boils down to this difference right here. The owner is focused on the business itself, how it's doing, what its future looks like. The speculator, they're just obsessed with what Buffett calls the daily wiggles of the stock price. One is playing the long game of building real value. The other is playing a short, and usually a losing game of guessing.
Okay, so you've got the owner's mindset. Fantastic. But now you have to deal with the wild emotional roller coaster that is the stock market. And that brings us to rule number 2. You have to tame Mr. Market. It's all about using the market's mood swings to your advantage instead of letting them use you.
For this, Buffett uses this brilliant little story he learned from his mentor, Ben Graham. Imagine you own a business with a partner called Mr. Market. Now, he's a great guy, but he has, let's say, incurable emotional problems. He's basically a manic depressive. And every single day he shows up and names a price at which he'll either buy you out or sell you his half of the business.
So on some days, Mr. Market is just euphoric. He's on top of the world, sees nothing but sunshine ahead, and offers you a crazy high price for your shares. But on other days, oh boy, he's a total mess. He's depressed, convinced the world is ending, and he'll offer to sell you his shares for next to nothing. The key is, his price has nothing to do with reality, it's all about his mood. And here is the whole point. This is the secret. You, the sane and rational business owner, are totally free to just ignore him. Or you can take advantage of him. When he's panicking and offering you a bargain, maybe you buy. When he's deliriously happy and offering you a fortune, maybe you sell. But you never let his crazy mood swings influence how you feel about your own business.
Buffett sums this up with a warning that is just so crucial. You have to remember this, or the whole thing falls apart. Mr. Market is there to serve you with his offers. He is not there to guide you or tell you what your business is worth. The minute you forget that, you've lost.
Okay, on to our final rule, and this one might be the trickiest of all. Once you've mastered your own psychology and you know how to handle the market, there's still one more enemy you have to face, and this one is inside the building. Rule number 3 is fight the imperative. The institutional imperative. This is a term Buffett came up with himself, and it describes this weird invisible force, like a gravitational pull, that exists inside big companies. It's the force that makes even really smart people and really good managers do completely irrational things, just because, well, that's how it's done.
He breaks it down into these 4 tendencies. First, organizations just want to keep doing what they've always been doing, even if it makes 0 sense anymore. Second, if there's money in the budget, you better believe someone's going to invent a project just to spend it. Third, you have the herd mentality. Companies just mindlessly copy whatever their competitors are doing, good or bad. And finally, my favorite, whatever crazy idea the boss wants to do will suddenly be backed up by tons of studies and reports saying it's a genius move.
Sound familiar? Yeah, this stuff happens pretty much everywhere. Which leads to the million-dollar question. If this force is so powerful and so common, how in the world do you actually fight back against it?
Well, the answer isn't some quick fix or clever tactic. It's about combining all three of these rules into a cohesive way of thinking, what we're calling the Buffett mindset. This mindset, this whole philosophy, becomes your ultimate shield and your ultimate competitive advantage.
So let's run through that playbook one last time. Rule number 1, be an owner. Focus on the actual business, forget the daily noise. Rule number 2, tame Mr. Market. Use his emotional fits as opportunities, not as guidance. And rule number 3, fight the imperative. Just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean you should.
You see what ties all of this together? It's not about being a math wizard or having some secret algorithm. It's all about rational, independent thinking. It's about having the discipline to tune out all the noise, from the market, from your competitors, even from inside your own company, and just keep your eyes focused on the long term. And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. We live in a world that is obsessed with speed, with what's happening right now, this very second. But maybe, just maybe, the playbook from one of the most successful people in history suggests the real advantage isn't being the fastest. Maybe the ultimate advantage is just having the patience to play a different game entirely. What do you think?